So, guys, here you can see my new video and we came about the code with PK. In today's video, I'm telling about the HTML question and citation elements. So, in today's full stack web development, I'm telling you about in the HTML what are HTML question and citation elements. So, yeah, I'm telling you about it. So, see the video start to and please do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to all the notification bell always time for any future latest videos about the full stack web development. So now without taking your any time, let's move computer screen and let's do a coding with laughing. So guys, in today's full stack web development video, I am telling you about the in the HTML about the question and citation elements. So in today's video, we are covering many elements in HTML. So yeah, so let's get started. In the chapter, we will be go through the block quote element, queue element, ABBR element, address element, site element, and video element, HTML and BDO HTML elements. So in today's video, we are covering many elements, okay, of HTML. So let's cover it. For example, here is a code from WWF's website. Like this one code, here you can see it. In this code, it is writing like for 60 years, WWF worked to help people and nature thrive as a world. And there is one paragraph admin written, okay. It does not need to read it, okay. It does not read. It is not very main thing. But anyways, let's come on it. Our main topic: HTML block code for questions. The HTML block code element define a section that is quoted from another source. Means that browsers usually indent block code elements, okay. Like this one example here you can see it. Let me copy the example and let me go on my Visual Studio Code. So I am not using the Sublime Text Editor. If you are settled on your Sublime Text Editor, you will be use it. I am using my Visual Studio Code, but no, I am using a Sublime Text Editor. Okay, so now let me make a file, new file, and then I'm giving my file save as, and I'm saving my file in my documents, and my file name is index.html. So this type of output is coming. This means index.html already exists. Do you want to replace it? It means like index.html file has been already made it. Do you want to replace it? If in that file there is not any such type of important work in that your file, so you will press yes. If there is any important work, so you will press no, and you give the different name of the file like html.html, like this type of name. Now what can I do here? I write like first of all HTML, and then I'm writing here video in the title, and then I'm pasting this code here. First of all, here I write a p paragraph, and I have already told you about the p paragraph, okay. So then this, the main topic is block code. Here I write like block code element, and in the block code element here I also write a one paragraph. Here you can see it. Now when I save it and when I open my file of the index.html, so it is coming like this. Here you can see it is coming like this, and when I here you can see it, here is the code of WWF website, and this type of it is coming like that. Here you can see it. Now let me minimize it. Now what can I do? Let me minimize it now. The HTML queue for short question. This is one example of block code for questions, and I have told you, the block code element define a section that is quoted from the another source, and it usually indent the block code elements, okay. This is for block code is used. Now HTML queue for the short questions. HTML queue element is for the short questions. So the HTML queue text define a short question, okay. It defines the short questions, means that browsers normally insert a question marks around the question. Okay, let me show you. Here around the question, the browser will add a question mark. Let me show you. Here you can see it. It has the question mark. Here you can see, sorry, question mark, not double comma. So here you can see it. So let me tell you why it give me, but you must know the queue element is defined the short questions, and the block code element is for the questions, okay. So why it give me in the double commas? It because in the double commas I write like queue element, like I have told you, the queue element, the browser normally insert the question marks around the question, okay, like it is will inserting the question mark. Why do I insert the question mark till here nature? Why? Because here until here I write like queue element, that's why. So now let me minimize it, and now I have told you about the Q element. So let's learn about in the HTML what are ABBR for abbreviations. The HTML ABBR text defines an abbreviation or an acronym like a HTML, CSS, Mr., DR, ASAP, and ATM. Making abbreviations can give useful information to browsers, translation system, and search engines. Let me give you one tip. Use the global title attribute to show the description for the abbreviation / acronyms and when you mouse over the element. Let me show you this one example of ABBR element. Now let me copy it and let me paste it. Here I use the P element, and in the P element I write like the, and then I write like ABBR element, and in the ABBR element that my title is World Health Organization, and in the ABBR I write like who. Then outside the ABBR I write like was founded in 1948. Let me show you, save it and run it. So who, in the who there is coming like a dot dot. Here you can see dot dot line. Here you can see why it is coming the dot dot line, because here I write like ABBR element. That's why there is coming like dot dot line. Okay, if I do not write ABBR element, so the dot dot line will be not come. Now anyways, let's minimize it. Now HTML address for contact information. HTML address tag defines the contact information for the author, owner of a document or an article. Means that when we are building a very big website, so in the last we write the information about the author, owner of a document or an article. So we use the address tag. Okay. So now the contact information can be an email address, URL, physical address, phone number, social media handle, or etc. Like whenever we build a very big website, okay, like we are building a coffee app, so in the end we write the author name and who make that, we write that type of things. So that's why the address element has been used. The text in the address element usually renders in italic, and browsers will always add a line break before and after the address element. This is one address element. Here you can see it. Here you write your email, phone number, and your personal informations. Okay, save it and run it. Not personal information. So here you can see it. This type of in the italic it is come. When in the address element you write anything, it is come in the italic form. Here you can see it. Now HTML CID for work title. HTML CID tag defines the title of a creative work, for example, a book, a poem, a song, a movie, a painting, a sculpture, or etc. Note that a person names is not the title of work. The text in CID element usually renders in italic. Okay, the CID elements also be usually renders in the italic. Let me show you. So here you can see it. It is coming in italic. The scream is coming in italic. Why? Because in the scream I have written in the CID tag tag. That's why it is coming in the italic. Now the BDO for BI directional override. BDO stands for BI directional override. The HTML BDO tag is used to override the current text direction. This is one example. Here you can see, here we use the BDO element, and in the BDO element I write it dir, and then in the dir I write like RTL, and then here I write in my paragraph like this text will be written from the right to left. Let me show you. Save it and run it. So this tag is writing to the right to left. Why? Because I use here BDO tag. BDO means by directional override, and the HTML BDO tag is used to override the current text direction. So now here you can see it. In today's video of HTML, I am telling you about the question and citation elements. So I hope you can enjoy this class. If you enjoy, so please like this video, share and subscribe to my channel, and do not forget to all the notification bell also to never miss our any future latest videos about the full stack web development. So now I'm meeting next class and next video I'm making that type of videos. So for today, goodbye.